so Susie Greene was really the character that in my fantasy I thought would be great to be. To be so, and that's why she could dress the way that she does, because she's so secure and so sure of herself that she has the most fabulous taste in the whole world, and she just knows everything, and whatever she says and does is right. And I just kind of thought it would be fun to play a character like that. And you know, you don't want to play yourself. What do you want to play yourself? I'm with myself all the time. I wanted to play. And the other thing about Susie Greene that I think is so interesting is people always respond to her language, but I really think that it's her comfort with her anger that's the key to why people really like her so much. David, by the way, says there's not, you know, it'll be a cold day in hell the day he ever consents to be roasted, because they ask him all the time. He's way too thin-skinned. He'd never be roasted. I knew Larry from, Larry was a comic. Larry started as a stand-up comic, and I knew him from Catch a Rising Star. We probably met in 1985, 1986. And he was a legendary, he's what we call a comedian's comedian, meaning that he would get on stage and the comedians would stand in the back of the room. And Larry's on. We'd all come running into the room to watch him because you knew something brilliant and original was going to happen. But the audience half the time stared at him like they had no idea what the hell he was talking about. And he was very, very touchy. You know, sometimes if like the whole audience is laughing and you had a stomach ache and had a bad look on your face, that would be it. He'd storm off the stage. You know, or one time I remember I introduced him and, you know, ladies and gentlemen, Larry David, and he came on the stage and he just looked at the audience and he just went, never mind. And he just walked off. Just walked off. But his material was brilliant. He just never figured out that other thing of how to connect to an audience. That wasn't his thing. I know you're shocked to hear that. One of the lessons in tenacity of my career, which my theory about my career has always just been keep showing up and keep doing good work and keep showing up and keep doing good work and rejection, keep going.
Do you, Larry, and Jeff ever have a hard time keeping a straight face in the middle of dialogue?
Yeah, all the time, as a matter of fact.
Does Larry or you ever just bust out?
Larry all the time. Oh, Larry's the giggle prince.
And what do? You slap him around to get
No,
back?
well, what happens is he loves to be yelled and screamed at, which is fortunate for me, why I still have a job. And every time, even before I open my mouth, and he knows what I'm going to do, he gets the giggles. I don't know who I represent, his third grade teacher, something, he gets the giggles. And he ruins all of my best takes. I mean, and take after take after take. It's not like just the first time he gets the giggles. 10, 15 takes, he has the giggles. And I never, ever do, because I'm a professional and I'm in character. But this last season, in episode, I forgot the name of the episode, but the episode where he's wearing women's panties. I always know what's going to happen. I mean, I read the outlines, I'm there. And when he dropped his pants, Jeff and I lost it to the point, seeing him in those little red panties, we lost it to the point where, like, I had to have my makeup redone because I was crying. So it happens all the time, but we have so much fun on the set. I mean, we laugh all day long. These award shows, these popularity contests, and people actors campaign and put ads in the trades, but we're all kind of like, we don't do that.
Where did Larry find Leon?
Audition. That was a total audition. You know, he's brilliant, isn't he? Yeah. The audition process is very important to Larry, and almost, I mean, Ted Danson doesn't have to audition, but almost all, even the guest stars have to audition. Vivica Fox auditioned. I don't know if Dustin Hoffman auditioned, actually, but Larry might make somebody, but not that. But he says, and part of the brilliance of Curb, I think, is in the casting, because all of those small little parts are so brilliantly cast, from the doctor, and then the car attendant, and and what he does is he improvises scenes with each auditioner, and he improvised the scene with Leon, and he said he knew, with Cheryl too, he said he knew right away that he was the right one. He said he knew right away with Leon, with J.B. Smoove, that he was the right guy before he even opened his mouth. He looked at him with that. And he got the giggles, and he knew this was the guy. My Susie Greene outfits. Christina Mangini, well, I'll tell you, actually, the first season, I came up with how I wanted her to dress. I wanted her to be this very overly confident in her style sense, privileged housewife from Beverly Hills who kind of dresses like the Russian immigrants in Brighton Beach, like how those women dress. You know, that was kind of the image that I had. And we had our wardrobe woman, I just had this image, our wardrobe woman, Wendy Range Rao, I told her how I wanted, and she was like, where am I going to get clothes like that? And I said, the back room of Lohman's. And she had never heard of Lohman's. She was like from the Midwest or something. So we went on a field trip to Lohman's in Beverly Hills, in Hollywood.